hot and delicious. I'll show the unboxing at the end of the video. So I have arrived at my camping spot for the night, and before I begin my adventure, it's time for an espresso coffee. So here we go, let's make a coffee. Well, making an espresso with the OutIn Nano is such an easy process. Basically, you just take the top off here. I'm going to use an Nespresso capsule to make my first cup. Putting the Nespresso capsule in is as easy as saying, okay, the new. There it goes, straight in, no bother, dead easy. And then next, all we do is insert it into the capsule. And just in case you're interested, that's the charging point of the Nano with a USB-C cable. I charged it up before it came out and it charges up very quickly. And then the next thing you do is just insert it in the top here and screw it on reasonably tight, don't over tighten it, and that's it, ready to go. All we need to do now is put the water in. That's your cup back on top, turn it over and let's put some water in. Cold water, it boils it up for you, it's fantastic. Well, hopefully you will be able to see this, but when making a coffee you can fill it up to 50 mils, 70 mils, or the max, which is 80 mils. I'm going to make an 80 mil espresso coffee. So it's just a case of pouring in the water to the level that you desire. There we go. Off I go up to the maximum mark. And then just slot the top back on. I've just used cold water from my mountain biking bottle. And one feature on the Nano is to see how much charge is left, you just give it a wee press on the button and there you go, it's showing it's fully charged. 4 lights, fully charged. Right, let's make myself an espresso coffee. All I do is press and hold the button until it beeps once, let go, the light starts to flash, which tells you your espresso coffee is on the way. And so as it increases from 1 light to 2 lights and then 3 lights, you'll start to hear the cold water boiling. Obviously when you fill the Nano up to its maximum mark of 80 mils, it'll take a wee bit longer to heat the water up, but when I am out and about on my adventures, 50 mils will be enough to give me that nice espresso coffee hit, and it will brew a lot quicker. Hopefully you can hear this, but that is the sound of the Nano now heating up the water. So there we go, the coffee is being dispensed. Look at that. You can leave the cup on if you wish, but I've just taken it off to show you the brew being made. That's my espresso. An espresso Crema capsule. And there we have it. This is a great piece of kit, this. This is absolutely wonderful. And there you go. A lovely espresso made in no time at all. About 3 minutes for a 80 ml cup. A steaming hot cup of espresso coffee. And how does it taste? Here goes. Oh man, that is just the perfect temperature, and that coffee from the Nespresso capsule is delicious. So as I enjoy my coffee, I will just check the Nano to see how much charge is left. And there we have it, 3/4. Now that's going to be more than enough for me to make a couple of quick espressos during my adventure. So here we go in the camper van, all packed up with my OutIn Nano and raring to go on an adventure. So let's get this beauty packed away and into the rucksack. Off we go. Wonderful. Well, I envisage that most of you watching this video will be very impressed with the performance of this excellent wee coffee machine. So, if this video has sparked your interest in purchasing an OutIn Nano, I'm pleased to inform you that there is a link in the video description which will give you a nice discount. Just don't forget to enter the code at the checkout. If you do decide to purchase one, then please use the link in this video, because Big Stoozer, that's me, will get a wee bit of commission and it'll really help my channel. So without any further ado, let's jump into my winter adventure in Scotland, where I'm going to show you just how easy it is to make a hot espresso on the go using some ground coffee. So let's do this. Let's get out there on my first adventure with the OutIn Nano Espresso coffee maker. What a great spot for a bit of lunch. Nice sandwich and a coffee. Lunchtime on a Big Stoozer adventure, and it's time for another espresso coffee. This time I'm going to make it with some ground coffee. Yes. Very nice. Very nice winter blue sky. The sun's come out. Time for a sandwich. Lovely. Well, I've brought some ground coffee with me. So it's time to make an espresso, courtesy of my Nano. So making a ground coffee espresso with the Nano is very straightforward. Here's the container for it. I call it a capsule, whatever it is. And basically you just lift the top of it off. There you are, see inside there? And that's where your ground coffee goes. It's very easy. So here I have my pouch of ground coffee. The Nano comes with a wee scoop look. I've just scooped some coffee into that. And of course you use the wee scoop to put it into the Nano container, which is straightforward. There we go. There we are. Perfect. Filled up perfectly. And you use the bottom of the scoop, look, use the bottom of this just to pat it down. There we are. And look at that. That's the ground coffee in. And this is the next stage. And so, having used the scoop to put the coffee in, you just put the lid back on the ground coffee container, back in its holder. Here we go, straightforward, and then we put it into the Nano. And then into the Nano he goes. There you are, reasonably tight, Don't overdo it, nice and tight. And that's the ground coffee ready to brew. It couldn't be simpler. All we have to do now is put some water in the Nano and make an espresso. So we'll just get some water from my bike bottle. And so off with the top of the Nano. Get my bike bottle, the water in my bike bottle. This time I'm only going to fill it with 50ml because I just want a nice hot shot of coffee on this cold winter's day. There we are, that'll do me nicely. It's about 60ml actually, but that'll be enough for me. Enough to warm my belly up. So this is coffee number 2 for the day. Just press and hold the button. Listen for the beep. And off we go. Now as I'm sat here in the sunshine, the water in my Nano is heating up already. And that's been going a minute and a half. Wonderful. Oh my goodness, less than 2 minutes. My espresso is cooking. So after enjoying a nice lunch break, washed down with a nice cup of espresso, it was time to continue my adventure and head back down the glen. So here we go, it's time for espresso number 3 at this beautiful setting, John Knox Pulpit and Waterfall. The Glen Vale Waterfall, the surroundings are absolutely beautiful. I'm sorry if you can't hear me for the sound of the waterfall. But anyway, it's time for espresso number 3 of the day. So as before, it's very easy. Just put your capsule in. Press it firmly in. That's how easy it is. And then pop that in there. Easy as that. And then get hold of the Nano. And of course just screw it in. There we are. And cup on. Nice and tight. Cup number 3 on the way. And what a wonderful spot to enjoy my 3rd espresso coffee of the day. Wonderful. Hot and delicious. Ah well, that was another lovely espresso, but unfortunately it's time to go and leave this beautiful spot. And just look at this beauty. It's the Nano protective case, which is going to be perfect for me on my mountain biking and camper van adventures. And on opening the box, this is what we see. 1, 2, 3 capsules for espresso on the go with Big Stoozer. And of course, the Nano itself conveniently slots in there. Wonderful. And I'm going to use this space here for my ground coffee adapter. And there's my ground coffee. This pouch is wonderful, so I can just slide my ground coffee in there and away I go. Actually, I've just realised that I can put 4 Nespresso capsules in the protective case, which is really convenient. And I'm also going to put my USB-C charging cable in here because I intend to keep my Nano charged up with a power bank on the go. That's it, everything neatly packed away in the protective case, which looks great, ready for my next adventure, and it's going to fit nicely into my rucksack.